Hi students, I welcome you all for today's online class. In today's class we are going to revise some important 2 marks which are important for the upcoming terminal examination. For the terminal examination, the portion for you is first 5 chapters, chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In this you have to prepare all the exercise except the graph exercise 3.10 and exercise 4.6. You have to leave these two exercises. The remaining exercises are the portion for the upcoming examination. Okay, first we are going to revise some of the important 2 marks. The first sum is write the power set of 1, 2, 3. Okay, the first you have to name the set as A is equal to 1, 2, 3. We have to write the power set of A. That means you have to start with empty set first, then the elements which are having single elements 1, 2, 3. Then you have to write the two elements 1, 2, then 1, 3, like that 2, 3. So these are the two combined elements with it, two set with it, two combined elements. Then we have to write the set which are containing 3 elements. So this is the power set of given set 1, 2, 3. If you count this, you will get 8 elements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is the way of writing the power set of 3 contained elements. So you have to practice the sums, not only this, related to the model. Now our sum is the model. You have to practice all the sums which are in your textbooks. Don't practice only these sums. Next we are going to do the second sum. If n of p of a is equal to 256, find n of a. Here the number of elements in the power set A is given as 256. N of p of a equal to 256. The formula for that is you have to bring this 256 in 2 power n form. So for that I am going to divide this 256 with 2. If I divide this 256 with 2, I will get 128. 1 2 is 2, 2 2s are 4, remainder 1. If you carry this 1 here, you will get 16. 8 2s are 16. Like that again I am going to divide this with 2. 6 2s are 12, no remainder. Again 4 2s are 8. If I divide again with 2, I will get 32. Like that if you proceed, you will get 16. Again if you divide with 2, you will get 8. Again dividing with 2, you will get 4. Again you are dividing with 2, you will get 2. Last you divide the 2 with 2, you will get 1 as the remainder. Sorry, as the factor. So you will get the answers as 2 power 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 2's. So you can write this n of p of a as 2 power 8. So what is the value of n here? Here n is equal to 8. So therefore n of a is equal to 8. So this is the way of finding the n of a. That means the number of elements in set A. Next, in the third sum, out of 500 car owners, 400 owned car A and 200 owned car B. 50 owned both car A and B. Is the data correct? You have to check whether the given data is correct or not. Out of 500 car owners, here just you can do the sum in 2 ways. First you can take the set A as car A owner and set B as car B owner. Here the owner of car A is 400 and then the car B owner of cars is 200. Car B is 200. Both the owners of car A and B are 50. So this is the data given to you. By way of using the Venn diagram, you can subtract the 50 for both 400 and 200. You will get the answer as 350. 200 minus 50 gives 150. If you add these three values, you have to get the answer as 500. So here 350 plus 50 plus 150 is equal to 550, which is not equal to 500. So if you add the left hand side, 350 plus 50, 400, 400 plus 150, 550, which is not equal to the total number of car owners. So the given data is incorrect. You can do in this way, or you can use the formula n of A union B equal to n of A plus n of B minus n of A intersection B. Here A union B, this is the A union B, 500. So this is another way of doing this same sum. N of A is 400, n of B is 200 minus 50. You will get 600 minus 50, which is 550. So 500 is not equal to 550. So therefore the given data is incorrect. So the data is not correct. Okay, this is the way of doing a sum. The sum in the method Venn diagram போட்டு இதை check பண்ணி பார்க்கலாம், or you can use the formula. In any way, one of the way you can use the sum. Next, draw the Venn diagram of A union B whole dash. You have to know the note to draw the Venn diagram for A union B, A intersection B, A union B whole dash, A intersection B whole dash, A dash, B dash, like that. You have so many problems. So you have to understand how to draw the Venn diagram for this type of questions. So in this I am going to teach you the way of drawing the A union B whole dash. So here we have two sets, and then we have the dash. So you have to use the rectangular box. This is a universal set. Inside that you have to draw the set A and B. First you have to find the A union B. So what is meant by A union B? You have to include all the elements from the set A and B. So I am going to shade the part which is related to A and B. So this is the Venn diagram for A union B. But they ask you to find the Venn diagram of A union B whole dash. So again I am going to draw the answer diagram. This is the answer diagram. For that you have to take the again universal set. Here again A and B. A union B whole dash means you have to take the value of A union B. Except the A union B, you have to take the remaining portion of universal set. அதாவது A union B விட்டுறணும். A union B விட்டுட்டு remaining part தான் நம்ம ஷேட் பண்ணோம். So that is a dash means. So dash means you have to leave the A union B. You have to leave the A union B, the remaining part. So what is the remaining part in this diagram? Except A union B means, so this is the part we have to shade. So this is the A union B whole dash. A union B whole dash. Dash means you have to subtract from the universal set. Universal set minus the set which is given to you. A union B na A. A dash na A dash is equal to U minus A. B dash means U minus B. Like that. Like that A intersection B means U minus A intersection B. So first you have to find the base things and you have to subtract from the universal. So universal and the A union B minus panina, you will get the remaining part. So this is the answer for A union B whole dash. Next, express the decimal number 0.3 bar into rational expression. Here the number given to you is in the form of 0.3 bar, means it is a recurring decimal. So you can write this as x is equal to 0.3333, it extends up to infinity. So you take the number as repeated decimal, we have to convert this in the P by Q form. That means rational number form. So for that, I am going to treat this equation as number 1. Then I am going to multiply the equation, both equation 1 with 10 on both sides. Because one digit is repeating. One number repeat you have to multiply the number with 10. If you multiply the x with 10, you will get 10x. 10 into x, 10x. 10 into this number gives, so number 10 multiply decimal moves to the right side one digit. So you will get 3.333, like that it goes. So keep this as equation 2. Now I am going to subtract the equation 2 with 1. So I am going to bring this equation here 0.333, like that. Now I am going to subtract those two equations. So equation 2 minus 1 gives here 10x, here minus 1x. So for subtraction I have to change the sign. 10x minus 1x gives 9x. Here if you subtract this, 3 minus 3 0, 3 minus 3 0, 3 minus 3 gives 0. Like that is ellame 0 aayidum. 3 minus 0, 3. So you will get the answer as 9x is equal to 3. If you divide this 9 with 3, you will get 3 by 9. So if you simplify this, you will get x as 1 by 3. So this is the rational form of decimal expression 0.3 bar. So the repeating decimal numbers rational numbers. So this is the method. So you have to practice the remaining sums also. In the model sums exercise, so practice those sums. Next sum, rationalize the denominator 5 by 3 root 5. Here the question, the denominator has irrational number root 5. Root 5 is a irrational number. We have to rationalize the denominator. So you have to multiply the same irrational number with both numerator and denominator. So now you will get the question is 5 by 3 root 5. So what is the irrational number here? Root 5. That root 5 should multiply both the numerator and with the denominator. So now you will get the denominator as rational number. So 3 root 5 into root 5 gives 5. Here 5 into root 5, you have to write this as 5 root 5. Don't multiply those two numbers because this is a rational number and this is irrational number. This rational number, irrational number. Into just write down that those numbers as it is. And irrational multiply you can multiply the numbers inside the root. Into root 5 into root 5, which gives 5. Like that, root 3 into root 3, you will get the answer as 3. So in the morning convert panikla. So now the denominator is 3 into 5. 3 into 5 gives 15. Here 5 root 5. Or you can cancel those two numbers. 5 cancel panilla. You will get the answer as root 5 by 3. So in the morning convert panikla. You will get the answer as root 5 by 3. So now the denominator is rationalized. Irrational number, rational number of maritsu. So this is the way of rationalizing the denominator. Next in the seventh sum, write the numbers in decimal form. Here the two numbers are given. The first subdivision is 3.459 into 10 to the power of 6. So these numbers are in scientific notation form. We have to convert this in the decimal form. Here look at the power 10 power 6. It is in positive. So you can multiply this number with 10 power 6 means you have to take the decimal number to the right side of 6 digits. But here we have 3 digits 1, 2, 3. So 3 more zeros you have to include. So it moves to the last term. So the answer is 3, 4, 5, 9 followed by 3 zeros. Here we have 3 digits. So you have to include 3 more zeros. So you will get the answer as 10 power 6. So 6 digits right side decimal. So this is the way of writing the scientific notation in decimal form. If the power is in positive, 10 power 6 positive now. If it is in negative, here the power is in negative. So you have to move this decimal to the left side of 4 digits. Here 1, 2, 3, 4. The decimal has to come here. So you have to include 3 zeros to the left side. So you will get the answer as 0.0005678. So this is the answer for the decimal expression, decimal form of 5.678 into 10 to the power of minus 4. So minus 4 na inga irundhu 4 digits left side la move avanum. If it is plus means you have to move to the right side. So this is the way of writing the decimal form for the given scientific notation. In the last decimal போட வேண்டிய அவசியம் இல்ல. Here you have to put the decimal. Left side la வரும்போது இங்க decimal போடணும். Next in the 8th sum, P of x is equal to 4x square minus 3x plus 2x cube plus 5 and Q of x is equal to x square plus 2x plus 4. Find P of x minus Q of x. That means we have to subtract these two polynomials. The first polynomial is P of x, which is given as 4x square minus 3x plus 2x cube plus 5. This is not in the standard form. First we have to arrange this in the standard form. So P of x is equal to, first you have to write the highest power term, that is 2x cube. The next term is plus 4x square. X square term next. Next the x term minus 3x. The last one is the constant term. Cube term, x square term, x term and constant term. Now I am going to write the Q of x. What is the Q of x here? X square. So you have to write the x square term straight away to this x square term. X square plus 2x plus 4. Now we have to subtract these two. Before subtracting the polynomial, you have to change the sign of the second polynomial. Here the plus is changed as minus. Here also plus is changed as minus. Here the plus also converted as minus. Now we have to subtract these two. 5 minus 4 gives 1 plus 1. Here both are having same sign. So you have to add the numbers and put that same sign. Minus 3 minus 2. Don't use this sign. Use the new sign. Here minus 1 plus 4 gives plus 3x square. Here we don't have any term for x cube. Bring down the term as it is. The term abhi kizhe kondu vandanum. So this is the way of subtracting those two polynomials. Next we are going to factorize the polynomial 2x power 4 minus 16x y cube. Here we have two terms only. In these two terms we have the 2 as a common factor. So I am going to take the 2 as common here. And for x cube and x power 4 and x we can take one x as common. So what will be the remaining? Here 2 எடுத்தாச்சு or x எடுத்தாச்சு. The remaining term is x cube in the first term. The second term 16, in 16 I taken the 2 as common. 16 can be split it as 2 8s are 16. So in this 2 is taken out. The remaining number is 8. This x is taken out. You will get the remaining term as minus 8y cube. So 2x is our first factor. Here this term in the bracket is in the form of a cube minus b cube. So I am going to write this as x cube minus 8 can be written as 2 cube. So you can write this as 2y whole cube. Now this is in the form of a cube minus b cube or x cube minus y cube. A cube minus b cube formula is minus a minus b into a square plus a into b plus b square. So this is the way of factorizing the a cube minus b cube. Here you have to treat the a as x, b as 2y. Using these two in this formula, you can factorize this 2x into, instead of a I am going to write x minus, instead of b I am going to write 2y into a square. What is a here? X. X square plus a into b, that is x into 2y, x into 2y, a into b plus b square. What is b here? 2y. So if you simplify this, you will get x square plus x into 2y gives 2xy, 2y whole square. The square has to come for both the coefficient as well as a number. So you will get 4y square as the next term. So the answer is 2x into x minus 2y into x square plus 2xy plus 4y square. So this is the way of factorizing the 2x power 4 minus 16x y cube. So we are going to solve the elimination method. Here the equations are x minus y equal to 5 and 3x plus 2y equal to 25. First we are going to arrange this. X minus y is equal to 5 and 3x plus 2y equal to 25 as the second equation. Look at the coefficients here, 1, 3. Here the coefficient of y is minus 1, here 2. We have to make the coefficients as same. So I am going to multiply the first equation with 2. I will get 2x minus 2y equal to 10. Name this as third equation. Now these two coefficients are same. You can eliminate this y by adding those two equations. 2 plus 3 gives 3x plus 2x gives 5x equal to 25 plus 10 gives 35. Here the 5 is in multiply. If it goes to the right side, it becomes divide. So 35 divided by 5 gives 7. So the value of x is 7. Substitute the value of x as 7 in any one of this equation. I am going to substitute in equation 1. Here 7 minus y equal to 5. So minus y is equal to 5 minus 7, which is minus 2. Minus y is equal to minus 2. So y is equal to plus 2. So therefore the solution is 7, 2. So the value of x is 7 and the value of y is 2. So this is a way of eliminating the elimination method. First you have to eliminate any one of the variable from those two variables and then find the value of x and substitute the value of x in any one of this equation. You will get the y. Next is the 11th sum. The angles of a triangle are in the ratio 1:2:3. Find the measures of each angle in the triangle. Here in a triangle we have three angles. The angles are in the ratio 1:2:3. That is angle A equal to 1 part, 2 part, 3 part. So we are going to use any one of the variable here, 1x, angle A equal to 1x, angle B equal to 2x, angle C is equal to 3x. We know that the sum of the angles in a triangle equal to 180 degree. Using that concept, we can add those three angles. 1x plus 2x plus 3x is equal to 180 degree. So if you add these three, 1x plus 2x plus 3x, you will get 6x is equal to 180. So you will get the value of x as 180 divided by 6. So x is equal to 30 degree. Since x is 30 degree, we can find the angles of A, B and C. Angle A is equal to 1 into x, that is 1 into 30 degree, which is 30 degree. Angle B equal to 2x, that is 2 into 30. 2 into 30 gives 60 degree. Angle C is equal to 3 into x, that is 3 into 30 degree gives 90 degree. So the angle A is 30, B is 60 and C is 90. If the question is in the ratio, you have to convert this ratio as some multiples of some variables, 1x, 2x, 3x like that. And then if you use the angle sum property, you will get the value of x and substitute the value of x in the again. Next, in the fifth sum, find the coordinates of the point which divides the line segment joining the points A 4, -3 and B 9, 7 in the ratio 3:2. Here the ratio is given as 3:2. So this is m:/n. They ask you to find the coordinates of P. That means A is here and B is here. For example, this is 9, 7 and this is 4, -3. The point P divides the line in the ratio 3:2. So we are going to use the section formula here. So the P of x, y equal to mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n, my2 plus ny1 by m plus n. So this is the section formula. Here the m is 2 and m is 3 and n is 2. Here the coordinates are x1 and y1, A and the B is x2, y2. Using these values, substitute those values here. 3 into 9 plus n into x1, that is 2 into 4 whole divided by 3 plus 2, m into y2 3 into 7 plus 2 into 3 whole divided by 3 plus 2. If you simplify this, 3 7s are 3 9s are 27. 2 into 4 gives 8. 3 plus 2. So 3 plus 2 is 5 here. 3 7s are 21 plus 6 by 5. 27 plus 8 gives 35 by 5, 27 by 5. 3 into 7. Sorry, 4 into minus 3 here. So here minus 6, which gives 15 by 5. So the answer is 7, 3. On cancelling this, you will get 7 times here, 3 times. So 7, 3. So this is the coordinates of P. Okay students, with this we will wind up the today's revision program. Practice the sums what I taught as well as the sums based on those topics. So matta sums எல்லாமும் நீங்க revision பண்ணனும். Practice well and do the exams very well. Thank you and enjoy the day.